Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. These two square off on the diamond right after this. Aaron Nola gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Aaron Nola coming on, the pride and joy of Louisiana State University. Kind of a four-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, curveball, and change. None of his pitches rate really on a scale of 10. None of them are 8s or 9s, but he's solid and he throws strikes. You'll know early if he's on, he'll induce a lot of ground balls.
Now at the plate, Ronald Acuna. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Into the corner and slicing foul.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And immediately the Phillies now must deal with a real burner standing at first base.
The mark of a great pitcher is the ability to put people away when you have 2 strikes on him. He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. On to first, and they get the double play. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman. As the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0. And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna.
Love the homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
Hazley will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Braves get a run on the Freeman. At the plate, Gene Segura. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Pitch on the way.
The second baseman.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Acuna has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Batting second, the catcher.
Coming to the plate now, JT Realmuto, winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for NL catchers. Good pitch on the black. That was the sinker for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And another foul ball. Had him fooled there as this is lifted in the air out to left center and shallow. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So striding in, Bryce Harper looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. And that's by him. It's 0-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. It remains 1-0. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's 1 for 5. Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive to left. Bruce has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 11.
Stepping up now, Ender Inciarte. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Grounded to the right. Hoskins has it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting seventh, the third
So
baseman.
bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the utility man, Johan Camargo. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And this one is gone. A home run.
Yeah, when he woke up this morning, the last thing he wanted was to be down 2-0 in the second inning. The good news is that both home runs have only been solo shots. But the bad news is he's not fooling anyone right now.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
To the plate now, Mike Soroka. He swings and grounds it to short. Gregorius has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. As ready now, Rhys Hoskins. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Manny. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
Again, he sends it out of play. The 0-2 once more. Fouled away. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
The shortstop, Didi.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
Left side, but well foul. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts in the side. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ronald Acuna. He singled to open up the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a huge swing by Acuna and a drive to deep left. Over the bullpen and gone. Long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, Dero, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now. Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Stepping in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. Now a 5-0 lead. So no one on now after the sac fly. And next will be the power hitting catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. A bouncer to the left side. Gregorius is there. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left. And in steps Scott Kingery. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The windup and the 0-1.
Ball back outside.
One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Standing in now, Adam Hazley. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Phillies are still looking to crack into the hit column in this one. Slow grounder to first. Right to him, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you can do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that could go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
Aaron Nola is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Ender Inciarte.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one.
Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. And it's gone as they add still another. Here's the Philadelphia manager on his way out to the mound now. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Stepping into the box, Dansby Swanson. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to short, taken in by Gregorius. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Stepping in, Mike Soroka. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Boy, Dero, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs. and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the Gene Segura standing in. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
The batter, the catcher.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that brings up JT Realmuto. Too high with the fastball here. It's 1-0. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Now the pitch. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. On the move is Ozuna. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Bryce Harper now. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some 4-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And this will be fouled away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
Ball inside.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air out to center field. Inciarte's there. And that ends the inning. Phillies. Welcome back to T-Mobile Park in Seattle as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his 2nd double of the ball game. And the Braves have something going right away. It's a leadoff double.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at 3rd. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at 1st and 3rd.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. A ground ball to 3rd, and they could get 2. Segura for 1 on to 1st to complete the double play.
Now back, catcher.
2 gone now in the Atlanta half of the 5th. And up next, the catcher Travis d'Arnaud. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. On his way to second is d'Arnaud. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Ender Inciarte will be the next to bat. Lifted in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And this is taken in for out number 1.
Up next for
At the plate, Jay Bruce. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Weak grounder down the first baseline. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home fifth.
Not shortstop.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Popped up. Soroka is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. 3 up. Ready once again, Johan Camargo will try to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th. This is pulled into right, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Looking up is the center fielder, and it's gone. Francisco Liriano gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. In now, Mike Soroka. On the move is Bruce. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ronald Acuna. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Hard on the ground towards short, and that's through for a hit. The tag, and he is out at second.
The batter number 1, second baseman.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder on the run. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta. So coming to the plate, Scott Kingery. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him. 0-1.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding the zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Scott Kingery is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. So now to the plate, Adam Hazley. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Hey.
1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Swanson calls for it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Neil Walker will come on now as a pinch hitter, so that'll spell the end for Francisco Liriano. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, 1 strike away from 6 shutout innings against this lineup. We have a gem on our hands, and the bullpen will be well rested.
Darno waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 6 perfect innings for him out of the gate as he's been master. Ranger Suarez comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. This is to right field and deep off the bat of Freeman. Gone! Here's Marcell Ozuna.
The left fielder, Marcell.
Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. Almost can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys. How about this offensive performance?
Yeah, Matty B, this has always been known as one of the better pitchers' ballpark. Ken Griffey didn't like to hit here. A-Rod didn't like to hit here. The only guy that seemed to like to hit at this place was Ichiro. Definitely a pitcher's ballpark.
Yeah, without question, Dan. And that's why what they were able to accomplish today with such a high home run total just screams to the ball flying today. Maybe there was a jet stream going out to the gaps. I don't know. But what we saw today is not the norm.
Deolis Guerra enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Pitcher's got to stay on his toes right there. You never know who in this lineup is going to pull out the old ambush. Not to right there.
And the next in is Johan Camargo, as he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Inciarte is on his way home. He'll score easily as they extend their lead even further.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
And he is hung out to dry as they tag him out. Next to hit will be the pitcher, number 40, and an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon, and you have to say he's really earned it. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
This one's down to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And they'll be left with no play, as that's going to load the bases now on what should be ruled an infield single. Jose Alvarez comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, but it's thrown away at second. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Errors are going to happen even at this level, but you'd like to limit them to times when they don't hurt you too much. Well, so much for that. The error brings 2 runs across the plate, so that did really sting.
And that's down into left center for a base hit. 1 run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. He scores as they extend their lead even further.
Yeah, they've been crushing it at the plate all game long, as 16 runs on the scoreboard can attest. Not much you can say or do on the other side of it. Just have to get over it and get after it again next time.
Stepping in now, Marcell Ozuna. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. Oh, and Bruce is on target. He's out at home plate. What a big inning here is. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Here's the first pitch to him. JT Realmuto is at the plate now as he looks at strike one.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time? And that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Line toward the gap in left center, and that's a base hit. So the perfect game bid ends in the 7th. And he is into third with a 2-out triple. So he was able to take it into the 7th, but the no-hit bid is going to end here with 2 out in inning number 7.
Boy, and Matty, this is when you start really thinking about a no-hitter once you get into the 7th. And it's hard not to look past getting to that last out, but D-Row, it just wasn't meant to be here with 2 outs in the 7th.
No, he's pitched a heck of a game, without question. You can't deny that. But this offense is going to stay on the attack. We'll see if this manager turns it over to the bullpen or allows this guy to finish it on his own.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. No damage done after. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, Ender Inciarte. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. A bouncer up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, D-Row, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was. Boy, talk about having a day, D-Row. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Sir Anthony Dominguez enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Mike Soroka. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate.
Yeah, the ability of this lineup to hit that many home runs, I mean, strewn throughout the line. It screams to the modern day of baseball. The 3 true outcomes. These guys aren't worried about hitting singles. They're trying to stop traffic over that fence.
D-Roy,
and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and here's Jay Bruce now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Now the pitch.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Popped him up. Albies is there. Makes the play, 1 away. Into the box now, Didi Gregorius. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Scott Kingery, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Right side, Freeman is up with it. They will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking stuff, you have to find a way to control the strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Ronald Acuna. 4 hits already in this one and looking for number 5 here. Fly ball out toward left center field. Hazley is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
The batter, number 1.
So stepping in, Ozzie Albies working on a good line in this ball game. 3 for 5 thus far. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
I think they're way past due changing their approach to this guy. Whatever they're doing strategy-wise, it's not working. That's his 3rd double of the game, so he's feeling pretty good at this one.
High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Harper, still going back. A leap at the wall, but forget it, it's gone. A home run.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Into the box now, Travis d'Arnaud as he grounds one briskly to short. Segura for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is. Josh Harrison will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. Here's the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Chopped toward the second baseman. And the off balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Now at the plate, Jean Segura. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
The batter, the catcher.
At the plate now, JT Realmuto, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. This is on the ground over to first. Freeman's got it, and he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second. And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Philly down to their last strike. Stays alive, still 0-2. Segura stands at second with 2 gone. And he fouls this one off. swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
18-0 the final this afternoon. Atlanta jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mike Soroka pitches well enough to get the W. Aaron Nola permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the Show Nation